In Joel chapter 2 this week, we're reminded about how God is present with us at all times. In Scripture, we've seen that to be true. I know that to be true in my life, and hopefully in yours. We see Him in Scripture in Adam and Eve, with Adam and Eve in the garden, and He is with them as He's showing them what their jobs are and telling them how to live in this garden. He's there when they sin. He's there when we sin. He continues to be with the people of Israel as they travel across the wilderness and as the Red Sea opens and they're fleeing slavery. He's with them. He's also with them as the people of God, the prophets even are proclaiming to be repentant, telling people, hey, turn back to the Lord. He is present with them. And I think it's cool to think about as we go along in this week and that we have, and that we're not alone. That the Lord is doing some amazing things. He's at work. And despite what we feel or our circumstances, we don't have to wonder that the Lord is with us. And we could cry out to Him at any place at any time. I remember when I was on a mission trip in China one time. We were there for 2 weeks teaching English and building relationships with kids. And one of the students wanted us to go up to the top of this mountain. And he said, I want to show you something really important to me. So we traveled. I mean, it took us all day to get to the top of this hill, different steps and different kind of crevices we'd have to crawl over. We got to the very top, and there was this building with this statue, and he said, this is where my God is. And I come to the top of this mountain to talk to Him and to worship Him and ask Him for help. And when I am worried or scared, I come to the top of this mountain. And I began to tell him, wow, like, the one true God is everywhere. He's with us when we're at the bottom of the mountain. He's with us when we're in our home scared. He's with us when we're in a school full of people. He is with us at all times. And we don't have to crawl to a top of a mountain to try to find Him or to ask of Him anything. He is with us in the quietness of our room. When no one is speaking and it's super quiet, He is there. And then when it's loud and there's lots of things in our lives going wrong and it feels like just chaos, He's also there. Now, we don't get to see Him with our physical eyes, and so that makes this very difficult, but we need to be reminded in Scripture that He is with us and that He promises a future with us. It's just exciting to think about how we are able to see the things right in front of us, but there are many things going on in the spiritual world that we don't get to see. But we have to know that it's true. We have to trust the Lord when He says He is with us. So I wanted to show you an activity that I did, and you'll see it's a coffee filter, and you just cut the bottom of the coffee filter out. But as you can see, I have different ones, and what I did is I put a dot of black marker in the middle of the coffee filter, and then I dropped some water droplets on it. Now, I used just a plain black marker to do the activity. So I took my black marker and I put one dot there. But if you'll notice, there's more than black on there, isn't there? And so my lone little dot in the middle, the little black dot that was sitting there all by itself, when I added water to it, I began to see really what was there. And really what was there is this beautiful different colors. There's some pinks and reds and blues and greens. And I began to think, man, in my eyes, the first time I saw it, I thought, oh, that's just a plain black dot. But as I began to really focus on it and add that water, it began to show all the different things. And I think this is kind of what God is doing. We see the one dot, but He has all these wonderful, beautiful things going on. And he can't wait to show it to us. We just have to trust Him that He's there and speak with Him, talk with Him, look at His Word. We begin to open our eyes to what He's doing. We begin to see all the blessings around us. We begin to get to see all of the things that He's at work doing around us and in us and through our lives. And so I want you to try this. I want you to get a coffee filter and just kind of cut the bottom of it out so that it doesn't have the wrinkles on the top. And then put one black dot in the middle, and then drop one drop of water on it, and then see how the colors spread and how colorful it becomes. And I think it will remind us too, and I've played with it lots of times, as you can see. It just reminded me that just because I see one small thing the Lord is doing many things. He is with us. He's present. He's at work. And I think it was good in Joel 2 to be reminded of that this week. So hopefully as you play with your coffee filters and your black marker and your water, you'll begin to see kind of the beautiful things that God can be doing in your life and when we don't even know it. So have a great week.